Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. WWE star CM Punk finally achieved his dream of becoming a world champion once again at SummerSlam 2025. However, it proved to be an extremely short-lived reign. Just 5 minutes into his run, Seth Rollins came out to cash in his Money in the Bank contract and leave MetLife Stadium as the champion. This week on Monday Night Raw, it was announced that Seth Rollins would defend his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against LA Knight in the main event. Veteran writer Vince Russo blasted the game and his creative team for the manner of CM Punk's appearance on the show. Punk interrupted Rollins' match with LA Knight, but was taken out by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Russo was talking on Legion of Radio on Sportskeeda WrestleBinge, where he buried Triple H for this main event. He was annoyed that it was never known when Punk was in the building. "You're kayfabing the whole night that Punk's in the building. Like, you know how many people went to bed, bro? They know Rollins ain't gonna lose the title, you know. They know that's not happening. Do you know how stupid that is? You don't even have freaking Punk driving a pickup truck into the back before you go to commercial break. Do you know how stupid that is, bro?" The main event of WWE Raw ended in a scramble, with the Vision standing tall. They took out both LA Knight and CM Punk before Roman Reigns arrived. He took out both Reed and Breaker momentarily, but a cheap shot from Seth Rollins allowed them to regain the upper hand and stand tall as the show went off the air. The world of professional wrestling thrives on drama both inside and outside the ring, but when the backstage politics start spilling into public view, it creates a frenzy among fans and insiders alike. That's exactly what has happened this week, as a veteran WWE personality has taken aim at Triple H for what they consider a mishandling. Some might even say a complete burial of a top-tier WWE star on Monday Night Raw. The wrestling community is abuzz with reactions, speculation, and heated debate about what this means for WWE's creative direction, especially under the leadership of Paul Triple H Levesque, who has been praised and criticized in equal measure for his role as the head of creative since Vince McMahon took a step back. The firestorm began following the most recent episode of Raw, when a certain segment involving one of WWE's rising stars, believed by many to be someone with main event written all over them, ended in controversial fashion. The star in question, whose momentum had been building steadily for months, was booked in a way that fans and insiders alike found baffling. Instead of being allowed to shine or continue their upward trajectory, they were reportedly made to look weak, ineffective, and directionless. This booking decision drew a pointed and public response from a respected veteran in the wrestling business. While the veteran was careful not to directly name names, their words were scathing. "You don't take a guy that the crowd is naturally getting behind and pull the rug out from under him like that," the veteran said during a podcast appearance that aired the day after Raw. "Triple H is supposed to be the guy who listens to the fans. What happened to that?" Though the veteran refrained from naming the star in question, it's widely believed within the wrestling journalism sphere that the comments were referring to Bronson Reed, who was featured in a high-profile match that ended in what many are calling a burial at the hands of a top Raw talent, possibly without a clear long-term payoff. Reed, once considered a promising powerhouse with potential to fill the void left by big men of the past, was instead used as a stepping stone to further someone else's storyline, someone who arguably didn't need the win. The fallout was swift. Social media exploded with hashtags demanding better treatment for Reed and questioning the creative decisions being made under Triple H's leadership. Reddit threads lit up with long discussions dissecting the segment, and wrestling YouTube channels released hour-long videos breaking down what this could mean for Reed's future in WWE. But this wasn't just about one star's loss on a single episode of Raw. For many fans and critics, this was symptomatic of a broader issue in WWE's current creative direction. The perception is that under Triple H's tenure, there has been a tendency to push certain favorites at the expense of others, particularly those who didn't come up through NXT or those who didn't catch fire in the black and gold era. That criticism has been growing louder over the past few months, and this latest incident seems to have amplified the volume. "Booking isn't about favorites," the veteran continued. "It's about momentum. When a guy is hot, you ride with him. You don't clip his wings because someone else needs the win more. That's just bad business." The remarks hit hard because they seem to echo what many fans have been thinking but hadn't said out loud. For all of Triple H's experience and respect in the industry, some believe that he's still learning how to balance the backstage relationships with the fanbase's expectations. It's one thing to book for long-term storytelling, it's another to ignore the organic reactions of a live crowd. The tension around the situation escalated when reports emerged from inside WWE, hinting that not everyone was happy with how things played out on Raw. One source noted that certain talents feel like they're being used to enhance other people's stories without getting anything in return. This has led to speculation that there may be unrest among the locker room, with some talents reportedly asking for meetings with higher-ups to discuss their direction. All of this begs a larger question. Is Triple H really the savior of WWE's creative product, or is he repeating some of the same patterns fans once blamed on Vince McMahon? To be fair, not all reactions to the situation have been negative. Some insiders have defended Triple H's booking decision, arguing that it's part of a larger arc that will eventually pay off for Reed or whoever the affected star may be. "You've got to trust the process," one WWE staffer was quoted as saying. "Triple H plays the long game. Just because someone loses one week doesn't mean they're buried." That argument holds some merit. In the past, WWE has successfully used losses to build underdog stories or fuel character reinventions. But in an era of instant feedback and rapidly changing fan expectations, patience is a luxury few are willing to grant. What complicates matters even more is that the criticism isn't coming from a bitter ex-employee or a clickbait YouTuber. It's from someone who has seen the business evolve over decades and who understands the delicate balance of creative booking. Their words carry weight, and when they openly question Triple H's judgment, it sends a strong message to both fans and the company itself. So where does WWE go from here? There's a real opportunity for Triple H to course correct, whether that means giving Reed or any other similarly affected star a strong comeback arc, or simply listening more closely to audience reactions and adjusting accordingly. The ball is in his court. He's proven in the past that he's capable of learning and evolving. But in the high-stakes world of sports entertainment, the margin for error is razor-thin. Fans want to believe in the product. They want to invest emotionally in characters and stories, but they also want to feel like their voices matter. When a fan favorite is inexplicably squashed or sidelined without a satisfying narrative payoff, it sends a message that the company's vision doesn't align with its audience. Triple H has an opportunity to turn this situation into a case study in responsive storytelling. By acknowledging the criticism, both public and internal, and taking steps to rectify it, he could reinforce the idea that WWE under his leadership truly is for the fans. But if he ignores the warning signs and continues down a path of opaque decision-making and questionable creative choices, he risks eroding the goodwill he's spent the past 2 years building. The next few weeks on Raw could be critical. Will the affected star bounce back? Will Triple H address the growing chorus of discontent, either directly or through improved booking? Or will the criticism snowball into a larger creative backlash? Wrestling is often cyclical. Today's buried talent can be tomorrow's breakout superstar, but that transformation requires intent, timing, and trust, both from the fans and from those calling the shots behind the scenes. Triple H is now in the spotlight, not just as a legend or an executive, but as a creative leader whose decisions have real impact on careers and company perception. As one insider put it, this is a gut check moment. Let's see what he does with it. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.